Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I am sharing my soon-to-be 10th graders curriculum picks for the 2024-2025 homeschool year. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 12 and 15. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So this video is all about Bella's 10th grade curriculum picks for the 2024-2025 homeschool year. And let me just start off by saying that her 10th grade year is going to look so different than previous homeschool years. And that is because she is actually going to be taking a couple of classes at a local charter school. So that's right, Bella at 15 years old is going to start taking a few classes on a campus. I know that sounds silly because, you know, a lot of the time kids will start, you know, taking on-site classes or join things like that when they're really young, but we've always homeschooled. You know, so this is just very different for us, but I think that it's going to work out really fantastic. And we're not unfamiliar with this charter. Like, we've worked with this charter for years. It's just we've never really taken advantage of what they had to offer. So this year it's going to be different because Bella did choose a couple of classes to take at that local charter school. But let's jump into her actual curriculum that she's going to be doing at home. So I do have my notes in case I don't want to like leave anything out or anything. But let's start with language arts. So for language arts, she is using the Good and the Beautiful High School Year 2. She really liked Year 1. So she just wanted to continue on with the high school Year 2. And I do want to say that I do feel like this did help out when it came to her writing. I do feel like I seen a lot of improvement. I do feel like I've seen a lot of improvement in her writing last year when using high school Year 1. So I do think that this is a very good fit for Bella. And if you're not familiar with this course, it does have 10 different unit booklets. And then it does have a grammar and writing guide for more reference. And this one you use throughout multiple courses. So, you know, this is something you definitely want to hang on to if you're going to be using their high school courses. And then it does have 5 required readers. So the required readers are Harriet, the Moses of her people, Sagebrush Surgeon, Men of Iron, sorry for the glare, you guys, the Christoph von Schmidt collection, I almost couldn't say that, and A Girl of the Limberlost. So another thing that goes along with this course are the flashcards. I think it's like poetry memorization and like geography cards. I'll put a picture because I forgot to grab them, but those also go along with the course. And then for high school Year 2, they do have a course reading challenge. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have Bella do the course reading challenge or not, only because she's also taking a literature-based history course this year. So I don't know how I'm going to schedule out more reading, or if I'm going to. We will see. Now, another thing that she's going to be using for language arts is the High School Honors Book Study Pride and Prejudice through The Good and the Beautiful. Now, with this one, I'm not quite sure. It has the workbook and then it has the actual book. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to schedule this one yet, because I do believe that Pride and Prejudice is a recommended reader for her history program. So I might just kind of combine history and language arts whenever she is supposed to be reading through this through her history. So I'm not quite sure. We will use this. She did like the honors book study that she did last year, so we're gonna just kind of continue on and just add it in whenever we see fit. So she will be using this. And then the last few things she'll be using for language arts is just a couple of like reference books, and that is The Lively Art of Writing, Words, Sentences, Styles, and Technique, an essential guide to one of today's most necessary skills. Now, this goes over choosing a subject, working with words, the sound of sentences, the power of paragraphs, essentials of style, essays, thesis, and term papers, and much, much more. So again, she'll just pick this up every now and again and, you know, read it until she's done. I'm not really going to assign it, give a time frame, just sometime during her 10th grade year, she will read this. And then the last little reference book she'll be using for language arts is the infographic guide to grammar. So this is just something she's going to use for reference, you know, every now and again if she needs to get some information about grammar. It's all in this colorful little easy to read guide. So that is what she's going to be doing for language arts. Again, I don't think I'm going to be assigning her many other readers. If I change my mind, I'll let you guys know, but again, she's taking a literature-based history course, so there's a lot of readers with that, and I don't want to overwhelm her, especially with her year being super busy. But now let's move on to math. So she has been using Math UC for the last few years. She's been using it since pre-algebra. She actually tried Math UC when she was in elementary school, and she just really didn't care for it. But once we started getting up into like pre-algebra and algebra 1, this is something that really worked for her, so we went back to it. She really likes the mastery approach of Math UC and the video lessons. She likes it, you know, it's not all of this like bells and whistles and over the top. It's just straight to the point, and it teaches it in such a simple way. So she does struggle with math every now and again, so mastery was really important. So she didn't want to change that up. So we, again, are just continuing on with Math UC geometry. And again, it's been successful in the past, so we're just hoping that it continues to work well for Bella. Now, next up, we have history. Now, this is something that is going to be new to us. She is going to be using Whirlwind World History from Guest Hollow. Now, this is actually something I decided to use with both of my girls in this upcoming homeschool year, but we are going to keep them separate when they complete this course, only because Bella will be completing this course at a faster pace than my younger daughter. So again, we kept them separate for that reason. But Bella's really excited about this one because I did release a video asking for help when it came to choosing a history program, and I kind of was comparing 3 different programs that I was considering, and Guest Hollow really was the one that everybody was saying to use. It was between Guest Hollow and a lot of people also like Knotgrass history. So I was kind of just, you know, kind of comparing the two after a while. And then when I asked Bella about what program she wanted to use, she really liked that Guest Hollow had a wide range of book options and wasn't just like, okay, here's your textbook, here's your readers, that's it. She really liked the fact that it was a literature-based program with book options. She also liked the fact that it tied in graphic novels and comics. It had recipes, videos, activities, all of that, because we can do as much or as little as we want. So I like that. She likes that. So Guest Hollow was definitely a win, and that is what she's going to be using for world history next year. Now, next up we have science, and for science she is going to be using friendly chemistry. Now, we have never actually used friendly chemistry before, but she did really enjoy friendly biology just this past homeschool year. This was really something that I was happy to find, because when she started biology last year in her 9th grade year, we started with a completely different company, and it was just so overwhelming to her that, I mean, tears. There was tears. She was just, it took her like almost 2 hours a day to complete the lessons, and all of that just didn't work out. So, you know, last year I really started doing research when it came to easier science courses, and that's when I found the friendly science, you know, books. Chemistry is set up very much the same way as friendly biology, and so that's why we decided to kind of continue on with that. So friendly chemistry is something she is looking forward to, because she has always been kind of interested in chemistry, but she always felt overwhelmed with a lot of those college preparatory classes or courses, to where this is just introducing these different science concepts, this one, chemistry, in very friendly, manageable lessons. So again, that was a long way of me saying that she enjoys friendly the friendly science series. But yeah, so she's going to be using friendly chemistry for her 10th grade year. And then now let's talk about electives. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit different for her. She is taking, I feel like, a lot of electives this year. And I was a little worried at first, but not every single course is going to be taken for the entire school year. So some of these are only going to be semester-long courses, but she's going to continue on with Fluen's French for her first elective. This will be technically French 2 for her, because she did take French last year. So she's going to continue on with this. She really liked it. She said this has been the best French program or foreign language program that she's used, that she was actually able to retain the information. So we didn't want to change anything about this one. So she's just going to continue on with taking French 2 using Fluence. And then she's also going to start driving next year, you guys. Bella is going to be taking driver's ed as an elective. So she will take this in first semester. So again, it's only a couple weeks long, I think. So she's going to be taking driver's ed, and she is going to be taking it online. So she will be home when she takes it. But this is like one of those big moments, you guys. My baby is about to start driving. So she's going to be taking driver's ed in first semester. And I really wanted her to take an elective in second semester that would kind of complement the driver's ed. So I decided to actually have her take, it's called auto upkeep. This is something I found at Rainbow Resource, and it's just really learning the basics of, automotive technology and, like the lights that come on in your car and tires and, air pressure, the basics of a car. So during second semester, she is going to be taking this 20 lesson course. Again, it's called Auto Upkeep, Maintenance, Light Repair, Auto Ownership, and How Cars Work. Now, this does come with a textbook and a workbook, and this is probably something that she will primarily work on with my husband. I'm still one of those people that I could change a tire. I know my car needs gas, but other than that, I do not know much about cars, and I want something different for Bella. I want for her to have an understanding about how a car works, and I thought that it would be the perfect time to introduce this because she's going to be taking driver's ed first semester. So that is what she's going to be taking as an elective. And then she is also going to be taking 2 on-site classes at that local charter school. So the first one she's going to be taking part in is photography. Now, photography is something that she's been interested in for years, but I always found it a little challenging to teach in our homeschool. So I was really excited to see that the local charter school offered a photography class. So she'll be taking that, and she's really excited for it. And then another course that she'll be taking on campus is leadership. Now, leadership, I think, is the perfect fit for Bella. She loves to work with people. She's very extroverted, unlike me. And she just has a really bubbly and helpful personality. So I think that leadership is a really good fit for her. And it is something that she had to apply for. And we're kind of on the fence, or not necessarily on the fence, but we were kind of worried that she may not be accepted into it because she was only going to be entering the 10th grade. So we did have a couple of backup curriculum choices that we had picked out for her, but we did get a notification saying she was accepted into leadership, and she's really excited to take that at the local charter school as well. And I do know a couple of her friends are actually in that leadership class, so I just think that that's like an added bonus. She'll have some time with friends as well, or I should say more time with some friends. Now, the last thing that Bella's going to be doing next year is actually volunteer work. So I'm not sure if we're going to add this as actual like credits or not, or if she's just going to do it as community service volunteer work. I haven't decided, but she's actually going to continue on with being a TA or teacher's assistant at a local charter school, that same local charter school that she's going to be taking classes at. So she is going to continue on with that. She will only do that once a week for a couple of hours, but she really enjoyed that experience last year, so she wants to continue on with volunteering as a teacher's aide next year. So that is everything that Bella is going to be taking for her 10th grade year. Do keep in mind she does have a couple of family subjects that she does complete with us every morning. But other than that, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.